Hi, I'm Dr. Gary Richter, and a lot of people ask me about essential fatty acids or omega fatty acids for their pets and whether or not that's something that they really need. You might very rightly assume that with a name like essential fatty acids, it is something that that is very important, and it absolutely is. You may have heard the terms omega-3 fatty acids, omega-6, omega-9, etc. All of these various fats have really important effects in the body. They support gastrointestinal tract health. They support the immune system. They're natural anti-inflammatories. They're very supportive of the skin. This is particularly true for omega-3 fatty acids. One of the things to realize is that omega-6 fatty acids are very, very commonly found in pretty much all foods. So omega-6 is not something that, as a rule, that you really need to supplement per se. Omega-3 fatty acids are a little bit different. There are multiple different types of omega-3 fatty acids. There's compounds called EPA, DHA. There's another one called ALA. A question as it pertains to omega-3 fatty acids that a lot of people ask me is, can they use things like flaxseed oil or hemp oil or some sort of plant oil to supplement their dog with omega-3 fatty acids? And the truth is unfortunately no. For us as humans, we can take things like flaxseed or flax oil, and the omega-3 fatty acid in there, which is called ALA, is pretty readily converted to other fatty acids, EPA and DHA, which are the fatty acids that actually kind of do the heavy lifting as far as immune support and inflammatory support. So as humans, we're very good at making that conversion. Dogs and cats actually lack the enzyme to do that, and while they can make that conversion, they don't do it nearly as efficiently as we do in people. And as such, if we're gonna supplement omega-3 fatty acids in a dog, then it's far better to use something that already contains EPA and DHA. And effectively what that means is that we're using some sort of marine oil, so like fish oil, krill oil. There's now algal-based, so plant-sourced marine oils that are mostly DHA. But those can be very, very beneficial to supplement dogs with. As I said before, they're immune supportive and they have anti-inflammatory properties. There's some research to suggest they may have anti-cancer properties as well. Remember that there's a pretty wide dosing range for omega fatty acids. There's doses that would be used just for sort of general health and maintenance. But if we're talking about using it in a more therapeutic sense, so to help with inflammation, for potential anti-cancer benefits, oftentimes in those cases we're using much, much higher dosages. And that's a good time to have a conversation with your veterinarian about what would be the most appropriate dose of omega fatty acid for whatever may be going on with your pet. Omega fatty acids or fish oils, they come in a lot of different forms. You can get them as a liquid, you can get them as like little gel caps. It doesn't really much matter the way that you buy it, except to remember that, fish oil is a product that does not have an extremely long shelf life. Particularly if you're going to buy a liquid, I would suggest that you don't really buy any more than you can use in a month. And keep it refrigerated while you're using it. Now, if you're using gel caps, they're much more stable because they're sealed in that little gelatin capsule. So that would be fine, and you don't have to refrigerate those, and you can keep those for a little bit longer. And then really just the one other really important thing to note about omega fatty acids and fish oils in general is it's very, very important to get a very high quality product. The unfortunate reality is our oceans are not as clean as we'd like them to be. And as I'm sure we're all aware, fish can contain potential toxins, so things like heavy metals, buildup of pesticide toxins, these sorts of things. So it's really important if we're going to give a nutritional supplement for our pet's health that we're not inadvertently giving them lead, arsenic, what have you in the process. So look for brands that advertise independent laboratory testing for purity, so that you can make sure that the product that you're giving your pet is pure and it is going to be healthy. And there are a lot of brands out there, both for animals and for people. To be clear, you absolutely can give your dog an omega fatty acid product that is made for people. The one thing that I would suggest that you stay away from is anything that's flavored. Sometimes the flavorings can be problematic. Sometimes there's artificial sweeteners associated that can be problematic with dogs. But I mean, if you want to get just like like plain gel caps of fish oil that are made for humans, you absolutely can do that. You'll just want to check with your veterinarian as far as what an appropriate dose is if you're using a human product. But those products can be very, very helpful, and they're clearly readily available. So hopefully that helps give you some idea of how to appropriately use omega fatty acids in your dog. Thanks for listening.